A Sikh actor has claimed that he was barred from boarding an Aero Mexico plane because of his turban. Indian-American Waris Ahluwalia said that he was prevented from getting on board after he refused to remove his turban in public. Well, with me now is Anne-Marie Tomchak from BBC Trending Team. You better tell us what happened here.
Right, so Waris Ahluwalia, lots of people might know him from films such as The Grand Budapest Hotel, many others. He's a model and actor. He's featured in clothing campaigns for Gap, for example, and he's also a designer. Public figure, gets refused to board a plane and decides to document the experience on Instagram, the social media site. So he posts the following: "Dear New York Fashion Week," he was heading to New York for New York Fashion Week, "I may be a little late as Aero Mexico won't let me fly with a turban. Don't start the show without me." And he used the hashtag "Fear is an opportunity to educate." So he's saying he was prevented from boarding this flight because of the fact that he was wearing a turban. He says he complied with all of the additional checks and the screening process. And in the Instagram post, you can see he's holding up his airline ticket, and it has an SSSS stamp, which stands for Secondary Security Screening Selection, which apparently is a random selection process. So, public figure, as you can imagine, there was a reaction.
Well,
online.
Absolutely. I can hardly imagine what it's going to be.
Yeah, so outrage, lots of people not happy about this. Many people saying it was a human rights issue and disrespectful. People were using a hashtag #StandWithWaris. Thousands of people using this hashtag, and people were saying that, you know, that the idea that he would have to take off his headwear would be disrespectful towards him. I mean, he himself described it as akin to taking his clothes off in public. And a lot of people rallying behind him. For example, well-known organisations and public figures. For example, a Canadian MP, a member of Parliament there called Raj Grewal, he tweeted, he's also a Sikh, and he tweeted saying this is unacceptable. The Council of Fashion in America also tweeted about it. So lots of high-profile accounts talking about this.
It raises a very important issue, actually, doesn't it? But I wonder, has the airline, I mean, it's done. The damage is done for the airline too, but have they had a chance to get their two penneth in, explain?
So the initial response from the airline was that it had complied with security protocols, and it said it regretted any inconvenience. However, this didn't satisfy people, including Waris himself, who posted a follow-up image on Instagram of himself, and he said 13 hours later he was still in Mexico City and all he wanted was an apology from the airline. The airline has subsequently tweeted in Spanish on its Twitter account and linked to its website a statement which is also in Spanish. I've translated it, and it does actually issue a direct apology to Waris, and it says that it's proud of the diversity of its passengers, and that it respects and values different cultures and beliefs, and that it's going to work to try to strengthen its protocol in these matters going forward.
Voila.
So, you know, a bit of a resolution, but you can see how social media is being used to educate people about different cultures.
It's the power of Snapchat, isn't it? Anne-Marie, thank you very much indeed. And thanks for watching Global here on BBC World News.